earlier, you can then let the energy rise from the base of the spine, and then it can go higher. We can raise our consciousness. So that's kind of what we're kind of aiming for by releasing tension in the body, so we can open the mind. All right, so you're sitting nice and connected to the earth. And the earth, that's the first chakra, that connection from the base of the spine to the feet, right? That's Muladhara chakra, okay? And that helps you to be steady in life, helps you be connected to this reality, right? Job and paying rent, responsibility. And from there, the energy will rise up through the navel, the belly, the chest, the throat, the third eye, and then beyond. All right, that's self-realization. So take a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out through the nose. Inhale deeply through the nose and exhale completely through the nose. Feeling very connected to the earth. Spine is nice and long and straight. The chin is parallel to the earth. Make a conscious effort just to be still. Sometimes you need something to focus on when you're being still. That can be the breath. It can be Ajna chakra, which we spoke about right between the brow. That will help you to focus. Or you could just think about your posture, sitting up nice and straight, feeling connected. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. Inhale deeply for Om. Gently open the eyes. So draw the navel in, draw your shoulders back, sit up nice and straight. Yes. I'll turn off the lights. Be cooler. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's warm in here today, so yeah, there it is. Beautiful. You too. Right here. Aha, there it is. Relax the shoulders. I agree. Let's turn off the lights. Okay, staying with your breath. And staying with the exhale. Nice, long, deep inhales. And nice, long, deep exhales. Slowing down the mind, slowing down the breath, slowing down the body. All right, so let's take the right hand, place it on the side of the head. Take the left hand, place it on the shoulder. Let's begin to open up the side of the neck gently. If it's too much pressure, then you don't have to, but you can just let gravity help you here. Staying with the breath. Secondary breathing muscles here. Just through the neck. Almost like fish, like they have gills. That's kind of where the breath comes through as well. And gently release. Let's go to the other side. Just do the opposite side. I know some of you started the other side, so just do your opposite side. And so try and tilt the head to the side. The other way. Good. Feel like you're opening up your neck. Creating space. Relax the shoulders down. Release the jaw. That's another place we hold a lot of tension, is in the jaw. One more deep breath here. And gently release down. Let's just take the hands behind us. The fingers can point forward. I don't mind if they face backward either. It's really, we can do a little bit of both. And you're just gonna lean and open the chest. I want you to press into the floor, lift your chest. Yes, lift your chest. Chest. Yeah, think about, yes, nice. Open here, breathing. And then gently come back down. And let's just take the palms inside out. Draw your navel to the spine, sit back a little bit, open up the back. Back of the neck. Draw your navel in. And then slowly come back to center. And just find the center of just slowly just release the head. It doesn't have to be anything dramatic because the neck is fragile. So just a little side to side, finding center, maybe up and down a little bit, and then find your center again. All right, good. All right, so let's come into our butterfly, beginning to open up the hips. Now, if your hips are super tight, mine's are super tight, so mine's are high. You can also use a bolster nearby. You could sit on a blanket or a block, I don't mind. But bring the sole of the feet together. Okay, now we're going to stimulate that third eye. So you're going to either need blocks or you're going to need a blanket. All right, and after a while, what will happen is you'll find yourself open up a little bit more. Okay, so find a place where you're comfortable. You can use your bolster or your blocks. Take a nice deep breath in. And then just exhale, come down onto the back of the hands. And then as the body releases, you can go a little bit further and a little bit deeper, but take your time. It's a journey. Yin is a journey. So you might start with 2 blocks. You might start with 1 block. It doesn't matter. Wherever you are, put your forehead down on the block. Yes. Yeah, it's all about stimulating the third eye today and supporting the forehead, right? Opening up that center, that command center it's called, right? It commands the body and the mind what to do, right? That's the brain is also located in that area, and all the thoughts. So it can be it can be a little bit uncomfortable, especially opening up the hips. That's why I said start with a bolster. But once, with yin, once you find it, stay there. Don't keep coming up and down. Stay where you are, right? If it's uncomfortable, then of course, adjust yourself. But, you'll get more out of the seat by staying with it. That's part of yin. You find your edge, right? And you commit to that edge. And you hold it for a little bit of time. Relax the shoulders. Release the upper back, the lower back, backs of the hips, the thighs, the knees, shins, ankles, and feet. And keep thinking about releasing, letting go, making space. Begin to deepen your breath. Slowly take your time. Come back up. Yeah, sort of a journey you go on, right? If the mind takes you on a journey. But half of the thing is learning to control the journey. So we're going to go into our firefly. We're going to go into a straddle now. So just bring the legs wide. Sit up on your blanket properly so the hips will go forward. And what I mean by that is sometimes you have to fold your blanket twice, okay? If you need it. And then once you sit on the blanket, right, your hips are going to fall forward. So already, did you see that little shift? Did you see that? How my hips went up a little bit? Better, nice and tall. Good, good. Have your bolster nearby because we're going to go down again. And if you need to prop it up to get a little bit more to start out, and then you can work your way down, right, as the body opens, or you can stay with your blocks. So nice and wide, flex the feet, keep it nice and tall, draw your navel in. Yes, good. And then go down and relax, because yin is about releasing. So, but first have the good posture, and then you can release and go down and completely begin to release whatever needs to be released in the body, right? It could be tightness in the hips. It could be tightness in the inner hips, right? Keep your head down, stay with it. All right. And as the thing is, which is nice with yin, so make sure your head is hitting something. Make sure your head is down. Don't let it just hang, because today it's really about keeping that third eye stimulated. And the more it's stimulated, try and use the block as well. Yeah. And then as your body releases, you'll find that you don't need as much propping. But first, prop it. I like to use props. Some people in yin, they don't use props. They just use their own body weight. I like to use props because I find that support, it supports the body, and you feel supported in your mind. And so your mind's like, okay, you could go a little deeper, right? So it's a little trick in a way by using props. And just staying with your breath here. And keep breathing into any tightness you may feel in the back of the body or in the hips, the inner thighs. Sometimes these openings are just so micro, but that you really can feel the tissue being expanded. So, scar tissue is real. Trauma in the body is real, but there's a way we can release it through relaxation, by opening up these areas, by focusing on these areas, and breathing and making space, and it heals the body. The body comes back into balance. No longer are you tighter on one side than the other side, but you found a kind of a place where you can be balanced. Just a few more deep breaths here. And then begin to deepen your breath. Take your time. Ooh. Slowly come back up. Move the props to the side. We're going back on them, so don't put them too far, but we're going to go back on them. And then gently bring the knees together. Bend your knees, place the hands in back of you. Let's take the knees over towards one side, opening up the hips here. Yeah. Try and get your, this is called deer, stag. Okay, just trying to open up the hips a little bit here. And then gently come back to center. Let's go the other way. And then gently come back to center. So at the top of your mat, place a block. All right. I'm going to be on the floor for a while now. Take the bolster and place the bolster about, let's see, around halfway down. We could always adjust it. And then you're just going to come onto the bolster. And we're going to come into bridge. So take your time with this as you go back. All right. So your hips are going to be on the bolster, and then your back is going to be flat on the floor. Your knees are going to be bent. Okay. Bring your arms out alongside the body, so your shoulders are turning open, right? So bring your shoulder blades together. All right, so the pelvis is pressing into the bolster, and your sacrum is supported by the bolster as well. Okay, connect with your breath. Breathing here. In and out through the nose. Keep your head centered. Don't let your head go over to the side. Keep yourself focused, right? Remember, we're opening up that ajna chakra, so keep it centered. When you roll it from side to side, we'll do some of that later, but try and keep yourself centered and balanced. Okay. And sometimes in these prone positions, we can get very, with the weather as well, we tend to get a little, more lethargic, or there's a little bit more earth in the body, but try and keep yourself present. Okay, keep breathing into areas you might feel tightness. You might not feel any tightness at all in the physical body, but scan your mind, right? Scan your emotions. Where are you still holding on to something in your life that's stopping you from achieving enlightenment, right? Achieving a few moments of stillness a day where there's no thought, right? There's just space. All right, a few more deep breaths here. And then extend the right leg and then the left leg. See how that feels on the pelvis. If it's too much, you can bend your knees again, and then, maybe wait a little bit until the pelvis opens up. But if it feels good, just stay with your breath. Again, just make sure your shoulder blades is underneath the body and you're opening up here. And then from here, you're just going to grab your block. You're going to just take it overhead and you're going to extend your body long. So I'm just holding on to my block. My block is helping my elbows to be straight and to have some sort of traction, almost like I'm standing, right? But I'm not. It feels that way. Really opening up the belly, the organs, pelvis. Keep reaching the block towards the center of the room. Feeling the stretch in the shoulders and the sides of the body. One more deep breath here. And then just bend your knees and bring the sole of the feet together. Let's go into a Baddha Konasana again, like we did earlier, this time on the bolster. Just bring the sole of the feet together. It's kind of hitting a different part of the hips, maybe more of the front part. Just stay with your breath, keep breathing. And see if you can notice yourself just opening up just a millimeter more in the hip flexors, or maybe you're drawing your shoulder blades more into the earth. And then gently begin to deepen your breath. Slowly just bring the feet flat on the floor. I'm going to go into a twist here. So just recenter yourself. Recenter the spine. And then draw the right knee into the chest. Okay, and then extend the right leg up into the sky. You could extend the left leg long if that's comfortable. And you can use your strap here if you like as well, or you can just hold onto the back of the leg, I don't mind. And then slowly take the leg over towards the left, going into your spinal twist here. Left hand is going to come on that right hip. Extend your right arm to the right side. Trying to bring your foot towards your nose. That's essentially, but staying with your breath, trying to get those shoulder blades evenly down. Nice long deep breaths here. And then gently begin to deepen your breath. Slowly come back to center. Both feet flat on the floor. Take a moment just to reset the shoulders, the hips maybe. Go back to the breath. Nice long deep inhales and nice long deep exhales. Just recentering, right? We're always thinking about bringing things back to center, bringing things back to that that space below of the spine, basically, right? From the base of the spine all the way up to the top of the head. That's that central line that we want to follow with the breath, right? And by releasing, gently bring the left knee into the chest. And give it a hug here. You can extend the right leg if that's comfortable for you now, or you can, again, listen to your body. Sometimes, it's too soon, but you can do it like a few breaths later. So just be kind to yourself. And, when I say kind, listen to your body. If you, sometimes we listen to our brain saying don't go so deep, or your brain doesn't want to push you, but you have to have that healthy space where you're taking it not to your maximum, but almost to your maximum, right? So in a way, you don't want to hold back, but you want to hold back a little bit to give the body a little bit of space to get there. So you're being kind and compassionate. Gently extend the leg and draw the knee towards the chest. Yeah, begin to open up here. Yeah. And let's go into our twist, taking the leg over towards the right. And you might find one side a little bit tighter than the other side. And you can modify here, if the foot doesn't touch the ground, you can use your block to help support it. If the shoulder is coming off the floor, you can use a blanket. So make sure your body is safe, okay? Because if not, we'll create more trauma in the body. And then gently begin to deepen your breath. Slowly take your time. Coming back to center. Both feet are flat on the floor. Okay. And a little awkward here. You're going to press your feet into the earth. Lift the hips up. Take the bolster and put it down so your shins fall on the bolster. A little bit of a release of the upper back here and the lower back. So try not to make it too cumbersome, just however the body falls, let it fall. Just make sure your head is straight and your shoulders are flat on the earth. And then reconnect with the breath. Feel how the floor is supporting you, right? Feel how grounded you feel, okay? Even though we're focusing more on that upper chakra, you still should feel your body connected to the earth. So we're always grounded, even though, you know, we're have that ability to let go through that center point between the brows. All right, gently deepen your breath, bend your knees, place the feet on the bolster, slowly take your time here, roll onto the left side, and then we're gonna transition. So take your time. You might feel a little dizzy as we move from different levels, but so take your time. That's my thing of the day. Plus we're gonna be stimulating that third eye as well. So you might feel a little dizzy. So new setup, you're going to take the bolster, place it in the middle of the mat, lengthways, and then your block should be at the top of the mat. Okay? So we're now transitioning to the front of the body. And all you're going to do is make sure your body is being supported by the bolster. You're going to take your block. Make sure your blanket, one thing, make sure you have a blanket on the right side, sorry. And then once you're in position, you can then let the forehead come down. Now, if you want, you can have your forehead on the floor. I don't mind. I want your body to be supported. I want there no tension to be in the hips. And you should feel kind of an evenness by the body being on one level. Reconnect with the breath as we transition to the belly, which is totally different from the back. Try and relax the back of the neck, the shoulders. And release the shoulders down. Let them be heavy. And then gently begin to deepen your breath here. Place the forearms on the floor, and you're just going to press up to your sphinx. Okay? Bring your forearms back a little. Bring your elbows back a little bit. Yeah. And then from here, you're going to spread your fingers wide, and you're going to press up. You have the bolster to support you, so this should feel pretty good. So you can probably move your hands back a little bit, right, and raise the chest. Okay, so find where, you know, you have that point where you're like, okay, this is where I need to be. If you need to go deeper, come back a little bit more and keep lifting, right? So find where your body is comfortable, connect with the breath. And keep lifting your heart. Try not to clench the shoulders or the jaw. And begin to deepen your breath, gently come back down. Release the shoulders. Bring your forehead to the block. Relax the back of the neck. And then begin to deepen your breath. So come back up to the forearms, and we're going to set up our blanket on the right side. If yours is there already, then great. Just make sure it's there. I think it's comfortable when we go. We're going to go into half frog, so make sure it's, near your hip, not near your shoulder. So up and on your forearms. Yep. So lift your chest, move. Yes. And then just bring that right knee out to the right side. So again, find where you feel the tension. Okay. And then from here, we're going to push up. Yes. There it is. Ooh, feels kind of good. And then come back a little bit, lift the heart a little bit once you open up, and then just breathe. And then gently deepen your breath. Slowly come back down to your Sphinx, and then release the forehead. Relax the shoulders, release the hip, and then you can bring that right leg back again. And then begin to deepen your breath. Slowly come back up onto the forearms. Let's go onto the other side. Take the blanket, place it on the other side. Okay, and the same thing. You're going to bend that left knee this time. And place the left knee on the blanket. Try and get your hips even as much as possible. Sometimes the hips are a little bit imbalanced. And then you're going to press up. Move the hands back. Find where the tension is for you. Try and flex the foot a little bit, the left foot. Yeah. And breathe into the hip. You should feel this in the hip flexor. And if you don't, fiddle around. Find where you need to make a little bit more space. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different body, and so you have to find it. And then once you find it, you stay there. Gently deepen your breath. Take your time. Slowly come back down to your forearms. And then rest the forehead down. And then you can straighten that left leg. And so your pelvis is evenly balanced on the bolster again. And begin to deepen your breath. Place your hands by the bolster. Slowly bend the knees and come and sit back on your heels. So I forgot to tell you to get 2 blankets, so we're going to modify. I want you to open up the blanket. It can come like that, right? And then you're just going to place the bolster a little bit on the blanket, just so you can have for your knees. So your knees are, we're going to come into our full frog. So you make sure your knees are protected, and it will help you to slide a little bit more. So the bolster is going to help you here, okay? Take your time. You're just going to straddle the bolster, and we're going to come down as much as comfortable for you, okay, onto the bolster. So come into your frog, let the knees go wide, try and flex the feet if you can. You can use your block to support your head. So find where it's comfortable for you. Let the head relax down. Try and relax the pelvis down. Breathing into the inner thighs. Maybe focus on where you're still holding on to tension. Maybe it's in the shoulders or in the hips, and back of the thighs, the ankles perhaps, or even the mind. Just a few more deep breaths here. And then gently deepen your breath. Take your time. Slowly push yourself up. Bring your feet together, and then just sit back on your heels into your child seat, right? And you can rest your forehead down on the bolster. Aww. So the hips are one of those places where it lets off a lot of tension. Immediately you just can't think of anything else, all your other problems, all you can think about your hips right now. So keep breathing here. So what we tend to do is we push down things from the mind down to the hips, right? All that tension we feel in the body, we push all that negative stuff down. All the relationship problems goes down to the hips. For some reason, that's where it resides. Right? So we're always opening up the hips, always releasing that area, creating space. And then gently begin to deepen the breath here. Ah, I know. Soon we'll be going to Shavasana, I promise you. We're just going to do a twist now. Okay, so push yourself back up. Let's go into our twist. And how we're going to set up now is all you're going to do is take your bolster and just place the block underneath the bolster. Yeah, towards the top of the mat is fine. You can push it back a little bit so it's on the mat if you like. Yeah, nice and simple. We're going to go into a twist. We're going to go into our dare twist, kind of similar to what we did earlier, but this is going to be a longer twist. Okay, so you're going to take the right hip, bring the right hip against the bolster, and then your feet are going to be in that stag or that dare position that we did earlier, right? So 2 right angles, okay? Try not to bring it too far back, but try and keep that right angle. You're going to bring your hands either side of the bolster, so your chest will be a little twisted. So inhale deeply, exhale, twist, 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 twist. So my shoulders are on the bolster. And then just stay with your breath. Put your head down. Your head should look over the shoulder, the opposite shoulder. Okay, so turn your head to the side. Can you turn your head to your side? Can you turn your head to the side? Yeah, hurts a little bit? Okay, hold on. That's better. Okay, you need to turn your head to this. Can you turn your head to the side? Okay, put that down. Now try. Yes, there it is. Yes, try and find it. Yeah, sometimes when you can't turn your head, it's a little bit of tightness in the shoulders. Staying with your breath here. Bringing the spine back to that central point. Yeah, let's rely on this. Lift your head up. Okay, now turn. Yeah, good. Relax your shoulders. That's better. Good. Good. Keep breathing into the twist. breathing here. Keep working the body. Even though you're releasing and relaxing, you're still working with the twist, still trying to keep those shoulders balanced. Keep breathing into the belly. Keep twisting that left shoulder down. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Take your time, place the hands on the floor, slowly make your way back up. We're going to go to the other side. Take the left hip against the bolster. And again, make that that 90-90 degree with your hips. Okay? Yep. And then frame the bolster with your hands. And you're going to inhale deeply. Exhale, twist, 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 twist to both shoulders are facing the bolster. Then go down. So you should really feel that twist in the body. So take this leg back a little bit over there. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, exactly. Bend your knee. Bend this knee. Yeah, bend your knee and bring it back. Yes, like a stag. Good. Good. Keep breathing into the twist. Keep making that space. It's restorative, but it's very effective. So just stay with it.
So we're working on the nervous system. We're moving the energy more up towards the higher chakras, right? More towards the mind, and less about, you know, the physical world. So gently begin to deepen your breath. Again, just taking your time as you move into your final relaxation pose. We're going to come into Baddha Konasana, slowly bringing your body back to center. Make sure your hips touch the bolster. You can take the bolster down if you like, if you want a little bit more of that back bend on the floor, or you can stay higher, making sure the chest is facing upward, drawing the shoulder blades together. Palms are going to come and face up. Head is going to be centered. And you're just going to breathe. If it's too much on the thighs, you can always extend the legs. That's also very nice. So you can, yeah, if it's too much on your, you can always just, yes. Okay, so now is the time for the body to completely release, completely relax, right? Let go of whatever you're holding on to. It could be a memory. It could be an emotion. It could be something that happened traumatically in the body. It could be a shock to the body, right? That threw our nervous system out of balance. So now it's the time to let that all go. Breathing into any scar tissue in the body. Breathing through the joints, the ligaments, the cartilage. Letting the oxygen flow through the blood, the mucus, the membranes, cells. And then breathing into the sheath that holds everything within the body. Staying with your breath. You can relax the feet and the toes, the ankles, the shins, the knees, the thighs, the pelvis, the hips, the belly, all the organs, the chest, the lungs, shoulders, armpits, elbows, wrists, and hands. Relax your jaw, the lips, the teeth, roof of the mouth, the tongue, the nose, eyes, top of the head. Relax the back of the body, the back of the head, backs of the shoulders. Lower back, back of the thighs. So just relax the whole body here. Lift your knees up. Extend your legs. So gently begin to deepen your breath. And begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently stretch the arms overhead, stretching the body long. And then slowly just bend your knees. And then roll over to the right side. You can pause for a moment as you bring movement back into the body. Just pause for a moment. And then slowly and gently just press the left hand into the floor and make your way into a seated position. We're going to do a very brief pranayama, and then we'll sit for a few moments. Okay, so we're going to still stimulate Ajna chakra. So come and sit up. All right, find a seat. You can face me, that's fine, yeah. And let your left palm face up. You're going to bend the thumb and the ring finger and the pinky. These two fingers are going to come right here on your third eye, so the first and second fingers. And your thumb, and you're basically going to use your thumb and your pinky, it's a little awkward, to alternate the breath. Okay, so bring your fingers, those first two fingers to the third eye. Yes, exactly. It's a little awkward. We won't do a lot. And you're going to cover the left nostril first. And you're going to breathe in through the right. Close both nostrils and then exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close both nostrils. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close both nostrils. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close both nostrils. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close both nostrils. Exhale through the left. Gently release the hand down to your thigh. Breathe evenly through both nostrils. And take the focus to your third eye. Inhale deeply. Exhale everything out completely. Let's inhale for Om. And gently bring your palms together. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Begin to rub your hands vigorously. Let's bring that energy back to Jersey City. And then just take that energy, place it over the eyes, draw it down the cheeks, into the throat, into the heart, into the belly, into the hips,